Oh, you gotta love Marfugel. Life, flow. All right, everybody, how are you this morning? I'm Captain Tommy Scoville, and you were on the lifeboat. That was the "You Are on the Lifeboat" song. That was 16 minutes long, put together by the great guys over at Marfugel. Did that on Marfugel Gems. Very, very kind of them. While ago. SW near Longview. Okay. Can I get a 5x5? Speaking of views, hello, Bonnie Zipperlow. Zipperlow. Good to see you. Looking happy as Larry, Captain. Yeah, the got a little high and tight on the mustache. I don't know what got into me. It was a bit out of control. I was trying to use some clippers, and next thing you know, man, it was all over. Thank you for the 5x5s, peeps. I'm going to put on some headphones here, and then we're actually going to get this puppy underway because I had to redo everything last night. There we go. Holy. Here. All right, people, let's get to work, shall we? Jenny. Hello, Jenny. Good to see you. Just woke up 2 minutes ago. Already eating some beef jerky. Beef jerky's good stuff. I was also sleeping a little bit longer than I should have. Tell you what happened. I worked last night with several people on the lifeboat that needed help rather late. And I don't regret it. It's part of what I do. I try not to do it often. Hey, Gregory Smith, good to see you. Grand Theft Hoopty. Someone please tell me to get off the internet so I can get my garlic planted. You, get out of here. Get off the internet and go plant your garlic. What's the matter with you? How'd I do that? Help? Huh? Good stuff? I'm hoping that worked out for you. All right, let's see. Good to see you, Balake. Good to see you, Charlie Murphy. Today, people, we're going to be talking about, very often the term connection just keeps coming back again and again and again, right? What you're going to find if you spend any time at all in this sobriety arena is that, hello, Ann Winfrey. Good to see you. What you're going to find over time is that the climb is probably the most important part of the entire deal, right? It's so much more than just staying sober. And one of the reasons that I beat the hell out of the fact that connection is the most important part of what we do is because when you begin to link up with people, amazing things happen. What time zone am I in? I am in the Pacific time zone. It's 10 minutes after the hour of 5 a.m. Yesterday, I fell asleep. Last night, I fell asleep talking with somebody with my legs like Indian style. I fell asleep that way. So when it came time to get up and actually try to get in here and do anything, my legs would not move. Like literally, I was shot. But I had some great conversations with some people. And when you're helping somebody and you're trying to work with somebody whose issue may be drugs, or it may be again just the symptom of the larger issue. But when you're working with someone one-on-one and you are taking the time to to build a relationship, and what we do here is so unique. It is so much different than anything else. And I don't just mean the lifeboat, but I'm talking about recovery in general. What we do is we come in. Think about this for a second, people. We come in and we say, no doctors, no shrinks, none of those people. We're going to come in and we're going to do a peer-on-peer kind of treatment. I'm going to talk to you based on the fact that you have a drug problem. And you know what? I have that drug problem too. So I ought to be able to help you, right? That is the concept for everything. Wow, you start your day early. I do every single morning, Ian. Every morning I do. Works out for me. It's something that keeps me going. Gregory says, How are you feeling, Tommy? I remember that you made a doctor's appointment again after going all the way there and finding that he was out. Wishing you much love and health. Thank you. I'll bring you up to speed. I went yesterday for a doctor's appointment, and it went all day long. I got poked and prodded. I had to run on a stress thing to check my heart. There were so many different things that I had to do yesterday as part of this retreat of this entire physical. I've never had one like this. I didn't even realize what a full physical was. Heard him talked about. When I was in football, I went in there and they did the turn your head to the left and cough, and that was about the extent of what they did. There was not a whole lot to it. This was a very, very thorough examination that told me absolutely nothing. However, they told me they will reach out to me on Monday at the latest to tell me everything that I need to know. I feel pretty at ease. I really do. I think it's going to be one of those situations where I'm going to be everything is going to work out. So last night, got a phone call from an individual that's been on the boat for a very, very long time. And the subject matter had nothing to do with getting high. Nothing. I think this is huge, people, right? This should be really obvious, right? Slap you in the face, obvious. This should be one of those things that I don't ever have to bring up, right? Ever. But I'm going to. You're in a limo. I'm in a limo on Pitt called Wildemar in South Riverside County. Excellent. We'll enjoy that limo. When we start working with someone one-on-one, the first thing that comes up is what? Okay, well, Tommy's got a very bad heroin problem. So let's talk about heroin. We want to make sure that he's not doing this. He's not shooting it. He's not snorting it. I'm going to ask him if he's stressed out, if there's things going on. How about if when you become someone's five, you start caring about every aspect of that person's life? Unique, right? Very odd concept. What if you go the extra mile? What if you start doing things like, hey, how's your daughter doing? Tell me what's going on with your daughter. How's your son? Is he doing well in school? Yeah, well, he's starting to, but it seems like I spent 3 hours talking to an individual on a telephone. And I don't think we discussed drugs. I don't think we discussed relapse. I don't think we discussed anything that was even remotely related to drugs of any kind. And once you begin to start building these relationships in such a way that now you really are a part of this person's inner circle, if you're a part of this person's five, the odds that you can intervene and keep this person from getting high, hello, Diana M., is fantastic. If you've built a relationship with someone enough that you know what their son is doing, you know what their daughter is doing, you know that they've been talking about moving, might be looking at a place in another town. If the only thing you talk about with the people in your five is drugs and alcohol, then I'm doing a very bad job at my at what I'm doing here. Hey, Unpredictable Tony, good to see you. CK, glad that you're here. If I am doing that bad a job, then we really need to back up, okay? And I need to go over this with you. It is essential that we build relationships. When I say that the opposite of addiction is connection, the climb, right? The climb that all of us are going to experience when we start building that inner sanctum, that group of five, right? When you start to bring those people into your lives, it's more than just a, hey, can you help me stay sober? On the contrary, it becomes something that is a backbone. A backbone. Hello, Lady Veritas. You know what, Lady Veritas? Let's play with you for a little bit, shall we? Lady Veritas. From the UK, huh? Lady Veritas. Lady Veritas, you got you collect fountain pens? I know a person that loves fountain pens. What's a private Facebook account called? I've never had a Facebook before. A private Facebook account is just that. It is a private Facebook account. You will go in there, you will open one up, and it will give you an opportunity to share it with the world or to have it be private. If you're looking just as a way to link up with the people on the Facebook group for the lifeboat, it's probably a damn good way to do it. Is to just get yourself a sock account or a puppet account, whatever. Good morning, Bach buddy. Yeah, I'm really gonna be honest with you. Last night was probably the longest night that I've spent in 6 or 7 months in terms of being a crew member of the lifeboat. I had back-to-back individuals that I needed to talk to, and combined, it was probably 4 or 5 hours. I'm not saying that to brag, and I'm also not saying that for sympathy or for anything else. I did, however, break my iPad, which is absolutely devastating because it's how I make my thumbnails. So this morning I was wrestling. I don't know what the thumbnail looks like. I don't even know if it went up right because I dropped it, and the whole front of the deal is completely shattered. And what's worse is this is the backup. Can you see that? The backup is also destroyed. I'm not having a good run on stuff like that. Mind Games. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you, my friend. Andrew, I will be in year 5 once I learn how to make a private Facebook. DK, I have hope. If you are running into trouble, then send me out an email and I'll put you together with somebody that's smarter than me and they can help you do that if that makes sense. Because I am not, it's not my strong suit, but I want to make sure that you are linked up. Let me see something here. Unpredictable Tony says, Ian DeBow, I know I am a former addict myself, but the situation became too verbally and mentally and emotionally abusive. No reason to stick around in a relationship like that. It doesn't mean you have to get rid of the individual. It means you have to communicate with the individual. Last night, one of the people that I talked to, I'll be honest, we started out in the not the best of circumstances. Sometimes we beef. Sometimes people on the lifeboat don't get along with one another. It doesn't make them bad people. It just means that we're not on the same page. Wow, was that tart? Had lemon or something in it, and that was just awful. Let me put up some videos yesterday. Excellent. If you guys want to go over there and check them out, that would be Lemmy Audit You. Lemmy Audit You. If you want to go over there and check that out, tell them hello. That would be fantastic. Really, yeah. 6 months on the lifeboat this week, and cannot believe all the love and understanding I have found with everyone here. Thank you all so much. Means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to everybody else. You know what else? Anyone heard from Lemmy? All right, let's do this. I hate doing this, but we're going to do this. Lemmy was bounced out of the live chat. Lemmy has been blocked. Lemmy has the ability to reach out to us and talk to us, and I can unblock him. And I would love to do that. Lemmy is going to have to reach out in order for that to happen. You guys can be really upset about it. I sure as hell am. Lemmy said some things that that couldn't go unchecked, and that's it. You know, we all of us are all trying for the same thing, right? Every single one of us is trying for the same thing. No, it was his partner couldn't get clean. You would be referring to Lemmy's partner. The last thing in the world that I will do is discuss somebody's somebody like that here when they're not here. That's super bad form. It really, really is bad form. I can assure you, though, that I did not block their partner. It was not something that I enjoyed doing. Right? It was something that really, really it bummed me out. I care very deeply for Lenny. The job, however, becomes to balance 10,000 people and make sure that all of them are not cursing at one another, being cruel, doing anything, and hopefully he's back soon. In the meantime, again, you got to balance 10,000 people. As much as I would like to make sure every single person is happy, you got to play the numbers, right? I hope everyone can understand that. But that is essential. The iPad repair fund. The goal is 200. You think 200 will get it repaired? I don't know what it would cost to get a new one. I feel the same. The mornings are better for me now. I'm not starting off my day stressed out and feeling sad. What a beautiful thing. Thank you, Seventh. What a beautiful thing to start your day feeling that way. No, that really is amazing. Oh, I'm sorry, Ian. I wasn't paying attention properly, which shouldn't be a shocker, man. I'm not that up to speed. Oh, look at this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. For the iPad repair fund. You guys are great. That is too kind. Technology gremlins get expensive. Let me tell you what happened with this one, man. This was purely squirrel nut zipper. We were hanging out on the couch and I was doing the cat thing, giving her a little one behind the ear. And she got excited and started laying on her side and kind of kicking her feet off and just decided to shove the iPad directly onto the floor, which cracked its crystal. It was really kind of a bummer. Thank you, Balake. Balake says, we can do a lot better with the thumbs up, people. That's right, Christy. You were. I knew you were having. Your puppy was having a procedure. Your newly adopted puppy. God bless you too for adopting a puppy that is going to soon be three-legged. I have a lot of respect for that. I really do. That's fantastic. Monk, monk. Good to see you, Monk. Glad that you're here, man. By the way, everybody, if you run across Lemmy, tell him to shoot me an email. I'd love to talk to him. I really would. If you guys are in that, if you guys have that relationship, tell him to reach out to me. I would love to talk to him. Love the guy. The worst thing in the entire world about running a sobriety channel is there are times you have to say, I'm going to have this person step away for a while, and it makes you feel like you're the biggest dirtbag in the world. But again, you got to play the numbers, and if you've got one person cursing and disrupting a lot of other people, then you kind of gotta work on it and do something. It sucks. It really does, people. But it's part of the journey. It's part of this walk, right? And it's more than just saying, "Hey, how you doing? Are you all right?" It's part of being an actual part of a person's life, getting intimately involved. What's making this person tick? Are you all right? What's the problem? It's fitting. I have a three-legged dog. We're gonna need to see some photos, please, when you get the three-legged dog. I would very much like to see that. I had a three-legged friend that had one that would fetch tennis balls like you would not believe. This amazing how fast this dog would run. Let's see. What are we repairing? Are there things that Jenny, Tommy, I fix watches, not iPads, man. Yeah, that's really where I'm at. I do know that it is possible to replace the screen because I know that it's been done. So I'm fairly confident if I want to put the cash out that that this person may end up fixing it. I don't know. We're going to see what happens. Cemetery 76. Good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well. Tommy going to pick one up from a trap house. Was called, and they want out. So I grabbed my special friend, and I'm heading over there. If you're heading over there today, Russ, please be careful. All right, that's it's frightening. If you guys are new to the concept, a trap house is I guess back in the day we would call them all kinds of different things. It's a place you sell drugs, is what it is. It's a place where people go and sell drugs, and normally traps are usually considered stronger drugs. You're not usually thinking of a lot of people slinging weed at the trap house, right? This is usually coke and meth and things like that. Heroin. Yawn, says Guacahawk. Yo, bro, I have that effect on people. I really do. It's been a very, very long night. One of the longest I can remember. I don't think that I got to sleep. I'm not regretting it, truthfully. The people that I were talking to in both cases were really, really nice. Really nice people who needed some assistance. Excuse me. Yeah. So didn't get a lot of sleep. You just woke up too, huh, Guac? Yeah. It was funny. The alarm was going off, and I was sitting like Indian style on the floor, and God only knows how long I'd been sitting like that. But when it came time to move, it was like, the whole body was just in shutdown mood, completely shutdown mode. It wanted no part of me actually being able to move at all. Named three-legged dog Lucky. Yeah, you can see that one. I would have gone with tripod. Oh, Ian says where he comes from, traps are a trap is where somebody is selling their body. I had not heard it used that way before, but Jeremy Shelton. One of the nice things about the weekends is that you might be able to find time to take a nap. He makes an excellent point, right? Makes an excellent point. However, the other thing about weekends is that I always seem to find time to shoehorn one or two other videos in, because that ends up being there's just so much time on your hands. You feel like you're not doing something if you don't work on it. So, Finger Rock Trail today, the 13.8-mile way. What time are you going to be beating up there? You send me a text and I will. I am ready to roll. How's that? We'll have to see if if you guys are going to get up there. It's a very easy climb. Nothing to it. I mean, you show up, you lace up the old trainers, and booyah, you're at the top of the mountain in seconds. If Alan Ballantyne were here, he would tell you it is an easy climb. He lies a lot, but he would tell you that. Perfect. BK's getting us first thing in the morning because of time zones. Sorry, everybody. What? Got a vicious headache. I mean, a vicious headache. Left eye. Sorry, that was terrible. Lady Crispin, so nice to see you. It's always a pleasure when Lady Crispin makes an appearance. Awesome. Buddha, good to see you as well. As we start moving forward, people, the because of the amount of because of the amount of growth in the boat and as fast as we have seen it, it is causing a lot of people to try to put together support groups, which is the goal. It's what it's always been. And whether or not it's drugs, whether or not it's depression, regardless of what it is, putting together that support group, having a group of 5 people that you can call on at any moment and say, hey, you know what, I'm struggling, whatever. Absolutely an essential thing. I want everyone to understand that putting together a 5 is not saying, hey, man, can I have your phone number? Right? Christy, we're glad you're here. We really are. Yeah, we really are. So, sat on the floor, Indian style with grandkids for the morning crafts. Yeah, that's how I fell asleep. It was awful. As we start putting together these groups of 5, as you're starting to put together, ibuprofen and caffeine will help with the headache. I get migraines. That's a lifesaver. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. As you're starting to put together this support group, I think it's essential that you start getting past the drugs. It's very easy to compartmentalize these people and say, you know what, Christy Caldwell's great, and I am going to call her if I feel like I'm going to get high. I'm not going to call her for any other reason. And if I'm struggling with this, or this, this is my ripcord for when I'm about to get high. When I know that there's nothing else that's holding me back, and the hands are starting to go, I'm going to call that sponsor. I'm going to call that person that's in my 5, because at that point, there's a decent chance that they're going to be able to to help me and to walk me through this. If, however, they have absolutely no clue who you are, other than the fact that you drink or do drugs, this is building relationships, people. This is building friendships. This is not a ripcord. I've used the term before, but it is not literally well, this is my last resort, so I'm going to call this person up on the phone so that hopefully I don't get high. That isn't where we're going. If that is how you're going to build your 5, it is going to fail. It is. This is the opportunity to build friends that understand what you're going through because of our common shared life experience. That does not mean that the only purpose of you finding these people is to ensure that you don't use and have it that cut and dry. Hey, how you doing? It's Tommy. Tommy, whatever you do, don't get high, man. I know why you're calling. Build friendships. Build real relationships. If the opposite of addiction is connection, then connection isn't, hey, man, it's 3:00. I'm thinking of getting high. You follow? Connection is, hey, I think I'm in a downward spiral for the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. Number one, I haven't been making my bed, right? Silly stuff, but canaries in the coal mine, things that are pointing out that I'm not where I need to be, right? In England, it's considered a sin to discuss problems. Well, how about that? That's absolutely awful, Lady Veritas. Truthfully, that's absolutely awful. Stop that squirrel. If you do not discuss problems, what happens with them? It's pretty simple stuff. What happens if we do not work through our problems? They fester. They fester. They become infected. Literally. These are the kind of infections. Please don't do that. They're the kind of infections that starts to unravel you. Hey, Reefer, don't worry about it. I was a little late this morning, too. It was one of those days. Joan Craig Wood, Excedrin migraine, my friend, works for me every time. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, kitty. My goodness. That is an absolute 4 of the Beanie ice packs for headaches. I'll be darned. I didn't realize that Beanies had I guess I did. They're like it almost looks like a sock that's filled with beans. I've actually used those. When I was first asked to be in a 5, I didn't know. Hold on a second. This cat's got to stop. Hey, what are we doing? What are we doing? Sorry, everybody. The spoiled animal has a 40-pound bag of food that I just bought. She's not out of the other food. Now she's going to make all kinds of noise and meow, but that is what she does. Let me see here. Where were we? When I was first asked to be in a 5, I didn't know how I could help. I just found being myself and building relationships is what everybody needs. Bingo. Bingo. Right? This keeps getting back to the question that I get all of the time. I'm not a drug counselor. I don't know anything about being somebody's sponsor. The drug they're on is heroin. I don't even know anything about heroin. Or their drug of choice is weed, and the only thing I ever did was coke. And it doesn't make any sense. People, we're building, right? We're building relationships. The opposite of addiction is connection. The opposite of depression is connection. The opposite of disorganization is connection. The opposite of everything that is going to be unraveling you as someone trying to stay sober, all of them can be cured by simply being connected. And the more people you're connected with, now, you want real connection, right? DJ Daddy-O, you all right, brother? What's going on with DJ? Great example, by the way. DJ Daddy-O is a guy that I have built an incredible relationship with. I consider DJ to be one of my 5, and someone who is. I knew this. My daughter's wedding is in 2 weeks from today. Stressful, but it's going to go well. Not only is it stressful, but I happen to know who is going to be working the entertainment at that. And that's going to make life a little tougher too. DJ Daddy-O is actually a DJ, a good one, and he's going to be DJing at his daughter's wedding. God bless you. I'm looking forward to having some real friends on here. Those kind of people are here. I already know those kind of people are here. Don't have any of those friends that you just laugh over dumb shite. I miss that. You know what? We give it all away, don't we? Think about it. Think of all of the things that made friendship fantastic. Think of all the things that we enjoyed so much about having friends. And then what happens? Well, we trade that, right? We're not going bowling. We're going drinking, right? We're not going to do this, or this because we're going to get this stuff, right? Or we're going to stick something up our nose, or we're going to do whatever we used to enjoy doing this. We're not going to do that anymore. Now we're going to move on to, to worse things. And it is an absolute gift. The greatest gift that we can give you here on the lifeboat is when you begin to actually build a group of people who have an opportunity. Hold on one moment. Janice Bailey, I am new here. I emailed you a week ago. No response. Janice, I'm awful. I really am. Allow me to apologize. It is one of those situations where quite often, because of the number of emails that I get, occasionally they will be caught in the mix. It's the last thing I ever want to happen. I really don't. It's obviously it's goes against everything that we want. Could you do me a favor, Janice? How about if you do me a favor and send me another email to Captain Tommy Scoville at gmail.com, or you can go sober@myyahoo.com, either of those, because when I just looked you up, I'm not seeing your name. So I don't know what happened or how we missed you, right? But I would very much like to read your email, find out a little bit about you, and see if we can't get you plugged in to the system, so to speak. But please do reach out to sober@myyahoo.com or the Captain Tommy address. I'm not blowing you off. If I get emails, people, I really do everything within my power to answer all of them. It's almost a flaw, I think, at this point. It really is, but I do try to answer all of them. I believe in the 4 C's: caring, connection, and candy corn. This man is a genius. Obviously a genius, right? A genius. And all of these things work beautifully. The 4 C's: caring, connection, and one of the 4 major food groups, candy corn. Really good stuff. And for those who don't understand that, look, just because you don't appreciate candy corn does not make you a bad person or anything else, right? It just makes you evil. But there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay that you have no taste. Pigeon Pear Mummy, I love hearing your perspectives. My partner is trying to stay sober, and sometimes I feel helpless to him. I would imagine that very often you feel helpless. And the reason is, when someone needs help with a substance, the only people that are going to be able to understand what they're going through are people who have suffered in the same way. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but it's certainly easier if the person has someone that understands the that which cannot be understood. Right? Think of the stupid things that we do. I'm going to get high, but I'm only going to get high on Fridays. I'm not going to do it any other day. I'm going to get high on Friday and Saturday, but not any other day. And we set up these stupid things, that we've put in place that are going to help us. As long as I don't do this, right? I'm never going to do it. Not on Monday morning. And pretty soon, right, we break all of those. We shatter every single one of those things. And we can really feel helpless trying to help someone that is in that position. I completely get that, Pigeon. But the best thing that you can do, right, is to say just what you just said. You're late, but I flew the chopper in to get on board. Well done, Smitty. That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of commitment we're looking for, people. That is the kind of commitment, right? Man's running a little late, goes with the chopper. So I would imagine very often you feel like you're not exactly sure what to do to help them. If you're not immersed in that life, if it's not something that you grew up understanding, then it's not something that's going to be easy for you. But the best thing that you can do is communicate, right? The best thing that you can do is let your friend, let your partner, let your lover, let whoever know that you're worried. Do it with respect. You know what I mean? No one wants to hear that they've got a drug problem. No one wants to hear that they have an alcohol problem. But to go up to somebody that you care about and say, you know what? I feel like you're drinking a lot more than you normally are. Go ahead and enjoy that food, squirrel. It used to be a lot of fun. We'd get together, we'd drink some beers. Now I look at you and it doesn't look like it's fun anymore. Now it's starting to look like this is a full-time job to you, man. Like you go out every single night and pound, copious amounts of alcohol. It's frightening stuff. Hold on. You also know for a fact that if I did it and got away with it, I would be totally screwed. Then I'd want to do it again and again. I don't know what you're talking about, Guac, but it makes perfect sense to me. I'm always one of those guys. If you get away with something the first time, it's always hard. It really is. So as we're putting together our fives, right? Sorry. Well, welcome to the lifeboat. Beck, do me a favor. Send us out an email to sober@myyahoo.com or to any of the other emails. Tell us a little bit about yourself, how you found the boat, that kind of thing. People, if you've not gone over to the Facebook group page and joined up over there, please do. You're going to find that this is the easiest way to link up so that you can actually start building a support group of people who are like-minded individuals, people who want to help you stay sober. Ian DeBow says 10,000 subscribers. I can't even keep up with my email with 0 subscribers besides the bank and spam. Sadly, I get a lot of spam too. But we're so happy, people. I mean, this is This is so much bigger than I thought possible. I really it's been a blessing. It really has, and it's been all you guys. The crew of the lifeboat did this. We made some videos. Heard yesterday from Mr. Mark Wages, which was an awful lot of fun. Cindy Lou Hart. Hello, Cindy Lou. Did anybody else feel like you got kicked when I read that? Cindy Lou, good to see you. I'm glad that you're here. We had a Cindy Lou here for a long time. Had mad love for her. But good to see you. Really, really good to see you. Seventh Son says, also, when sending Tommy emails, until you get a response, put your YouTube handle name in the subject matter. Thank you. Seventh, thank you. It's huge. It really is. Because very often I just think I'm getting spammed. And if it's not, you know what I mean? We don't want to let somebody in to hack the we've had problems once before with people that got in and played around. And since I know nothing, and I do mean nothing about any kind of computer stuff, but yeah, please do that. Put a name in the your YouTube handle in the response for the subject matter so that I know who I'm talking to. Buddha gets it. Candy corn. But when I got sober, my ex-husband and most of his friends had to go. I respect that. I do. And it's hard. And I don't want to see anybody lose relationships, right? The last thing in the world you want to see is a divorce. But you get rid of people who are going to drag you down. And I would rather be single and sober, than married and in the light and living under that influence. It's absolutely the nightmare, right? The worst of the worst. Lady Veritas, why do I feel like we know each other? I know that I see a lot of names over the years, but I feel like we've corresponded at once or twice. Maybe I'm wrong. They blend together. John Doe, Sam should have the best life possible. He should be in everyone's 5. Well, I'm evil with no taste. It's okay. I'll own it. Well done. How's that? The queen of the normies is not pulling any punches. She says, I'm evil with no taste. It's okay. I'll own it. Wow. I know you have taste. I've listened to things that you've written, so we're going to have to, it's not going to happen. Tommy is busy as I've ever seen. I still like him. Why? Thank you, Monk. This is probably as busy as I've been. There is a lot going on, to be sure. Thank you. This is the most interacting I've done besides talking to my mom in Atlanta. I assume that's Atlanta. I thought living in a beautiful condo on the beach would make me happy, but it doesn't replace the laughter. Really funny, Jenny. Not funny, haha, but funny, ironic. Wherever you go, there you are, right? It's a great cliche. It's one people use all the time. Wherever you go, there you are. I did this for a long chunk of my life. I wasn't going to be addicted to heroin if I could just get to a town where I had never bought heroin before, right? It was going to take me so long to find a connection that by then, I'm probably clean anyway, and I don't really need the stuff or whatever. I tried this in so many different ways, moving all over the place, changing this, changing that. It always keeps coming back to you. How much time do you have to dedicate to your sobriety? A lot of people right now are struggling because of the economy, because of everything that's going on with the plus math. We are seeing an uptick once again on those cases, which means we're in for another feces storm. Unfortunately, that is definitely on its way. Yeah, Squirrel's got a pretty big following. If a friend wants to get sober and I can assist in some way, I will always help. I respect that, Russ. I really do. I respect that. It's a difficult thing to tell somebody that you love that you think they need help. It's so hard because there's instantly that animosity. There's instantly that, man, how dare you pull that crap? The last time that I sat in on one of those types of interventions where I was actually the person in the room. If a friend wants to get sober, yeah. It was very odd. I was at the time not a person that wanted to I didn't want to be sober, right? Obviously. But I was in that room looking at every one of these people saying, man, I get high with these people. This dude was drunk with me yesterday. How dare these people? It's like anything else. If you really want to get sober, nothing I say is going to dissuade you from getting sober. But if you have no desire to get sober, I could say to you, when we leave here, there are 50 of the most famous people in the world that were going to be waiting just to shake your hand. And yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. We had an opportunity to skip out on some places in LA when I was with Alan Valentine. We had the opportunity to go and check out some people that were a little bit more famous. We had an opportunity to go and do some cool stuff. It was way more fun just hanging out with with a bunch of people trying to stay sober. We had a great crew out there. We really did. I miss Alan. I miss Alan so much. It's bumming me out. I sent him a text telling him something along those lines today. But yeah, just he was really a lot of fun. We definitely need more candy corn. Mind Game 60 understands the game. Yeah, absolutely understands the game. Do, 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 do. Sorry, babe. Slightly different setup than the previous True Link. Sorry, people, bear with me. My goodness. Yeah, unpredictable Tony. I went back to the people. As we build this group, no abuse, right? Absolutely no abuse. It's not something that you have to put up with, right? You hear me? You don't. Stop thinking for 1 second that as you're building this group of people that anything in there is etched in stone. This group of people, right? As we start to focus on connection as what is going to keep us sober. Yeah, you want people who are going to challenge you, and by that I mean people who are going to say, "Hey, man, you're getting high, right? No one here's stupid. You had 2 cocktails at lunch, or whatever the case may be." It is absolutely essential that I'm sorry, people, as you start to put this group of people together, that let me change his name to Pass a Fist. I actually knew that. I have not heard from Pacifist. If you guys run into the pacifist, then you could tell him that I would love to. I would love to talk to him. Love to reach out. But as you're starting to put this together, people, think about this in terms of a family. I have said this so many times, and it seems cliche and it seems new agey and all of that. But let's be really honest. What you're doing is you're putting together a sobriety family, a group of people that are going to have your back no matter what. And if that's, what, I'm stopping by right after dinner. Any chance I can grab a plate, right? To, hey, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I don't know that I'm going to get through the day. There's literally a voice in my head screaming, "Feed me." The what that does as a human being. Not when you're making that phone call, but when somebody is making that phone call to you. When somebody reaches out and says, "Hey, Russ, I'm thinking of getting high, man. I don't know that I can get through today. Okay, this is just one of those situations where I'm not going to make it." If you're able to talk that individual down off the ledge, if you're able to bring that person into a good, solid, safe place, you're going to find that gets really, really addicting. It really does. But none of that's going to happen at all if the extent of our building our five is to say, "Hey, can we exchange phone numbers? Man, get to know these people, right? Get to know these people. Make this lifeboat bigger than what it currently is. Make your relationship with every single person on this boat different. If you say, "Tommy, I got my five," fan freaking tastic. Get five more. You don't have to, but you don't have to be working with these people every day. You don't have to be calling these people every day, but we need to be building relationships with all of the people on this boat. Do you understand? We do. What makes us unique is that we have a disease. That's what started this process. Where we go from there is what makes us phenomenal. For real. It makes us the type of people who don't give up hope when the rest of the world does. Right? Think about that. Pretty heavy, but that's the way it goes. What what do the cops say? Keep them away from don't let them drive drunk. Not much protection, right? Just people, if we're going to save one another, we're going to do it ourselves. And it's going to happen right here on the lifeboat. I want all of you to start pushing yourself a little bit more this week. You got 5 people? Fantastic. Maybe take on a 6th. Not full time, right? But start building relationships with virtually every person on this boat. And it's going to do amazing things to you. It's going to do amazing things to the boat. It's going to do amazing things to all of the people who are showing up to the party a little late, who are going to be welcomed open armed with a bunch of individuals, right? That's the kind of stuff that can make a person believe that they can get sober. You with me on that? Russ says, "Hey, Charlie." That's got to be really tough. I'm sorry, Christy. Yeah, I am currently running into problems with the. I am struggling right now. Sorry, everybody, but I am not getting. One moment. There she is. Okay. Sorry, everybody. The yeah, am I falling asleep? Absolutely, I'm falling asleep. No joke whatsoever, people. If there's a reason that I am beating this, um, if there is a reason that I am beating this, this 5 and making sure that you have this in place, let me explain it to you. Since I saw you last, thank you, Virginia. I do feel a little bit better. Since I saw you last night, people, I have been on the phone helping people. I'm not exaggerating to you. I literally went around the clock, and it's not the best case scenario. I'm going to get yelled at viciously by Heather Joy. There are going to be some other people who are going to send me some nasty emails. Probably going to get 1 or 2 from Moscowville. I have been wide awake. Well, thank you, Lady Crispin, sending some message from DJ Daddy-O, my brother from another mother. Do they have Vegemite flavored candy corn? This is why, like, if you ever sat around and thought, I hear him talk all the time about Lady Crispin. Like she was there all of the time. Then she got on this crazy. This woman wants me very badly to be eating Vegemite. If you've never tried this stuff, may I recommend that you don't? It's made of yeast. I'm surprised you didn't know that, but it is a yeast paste. Yeah. Sorry, can't chat much. Getting ready for work, but today feels like a positive day. Zelda, very happy to hear that. So much of it is an attitude, right? So much of what happens to us is an attitude that we carry into our day. Thank you. Nancy Ives says, I put Miss Dragon on a loop the other night, loved it and slept great. Thank you so much. And it is a great thing to do. I don't know why it won't let me put that up there. There we go. People love the idea of doing that. If we can help Miss Dragon or anybody else, right, that is working to build a channel, we need an umbrella, which covers. In a perfect world, there's going to be enough sobriety channels and enough support channels that if you're going through a bad time in your life, there's going to be people there that can take care of you, right? For real. That's kind of the dream. Yeah, people. Last night. So, what time did we finish up the boat last night? I went from doing the lifeboat to getting on a call with a very close friend, someone that I'm putting together we're putting together a project for YouTube, and we worked on it until, I don't know, maybe 11 or 12 o'clock at night. And then I got a call from a couple of people back to back. And you know what? I'm not complaining. Both of these people needed some assistance, but I was up all night. All night. Now, is that a perfect case scenario? No, it's not. There are times I'm going to do it because I think that the people need assistance. But you know what? We all need to start linking up more with one another. We need to do everything within our power to make sure that there's nobody here that doesn't have the ability to reach out to somebody and say, thinking of getting high, or I'm thinking of getting loaded, or I'm thinking of doing this or that or whatever. The power in that is second to none. It's huge. Let me see if I can turn. Sorry, everybody. No. All right. Sorry about that. So, everybody, let me see. Pookie Woos? Is that what that says? Pookie Woozy. Do you support food addicts here too? Absolutely, we do. The one of the things that you'll find there, Pookie, is that it is irrelevant. The mechanism that makes somebody an addict is the same from one addiction to the other. In fact, the largest addiction on the planet today is food, second only to the cell phone. But we absolutely gray zone. Did I just see somebody say gray zone? Gray zone. I'm going to be doing some stuff with the people from Gray Zone coming up here in the near future. Really excited about it. People, if you're addicted to something, right, and you're sitting here thinking to yourself, well, it's really not that kind of, you're wrong, right? Does not matter what that addiction is. Congratulations, John Doe. 18 subs. If you guys, John, if you're actually building a channel and you're not just playing with us, why don't you get one of the people to put a link up there so that we can actually start to support you? I know the Gray Zone is going to be doing some pretty amazing stuff. Very much looking forward to seeing what they do. They're a talented group of people, and I very much am looking forward to seeing how that works out. Sorry. Don't even. Wow, such a welcome here. Thank you. my ex has popped up out of his hole to cause unnecessary drama in our lives again. Grateful for these streams to keep me sane and not falling on bad habits. Huzzah! Please make sure that if you're having problems with someone who is popping up from your past, that you're being very careful. We've had situations in the past that just please cover yourself. Make sure that you're being safe at all times, right? It's exes are not always they're not always the best possible case scenario to have in your life. So thoughts and prayers going out, and please just situational awareness, right? Know what's going on around you at all times. Just please be careful. It's a pretty ugly world that we live in, right? I wish that was not the case, but it is. Let's see here. All right, everyone. On that news, for anybody hesitant about Facebook, I swore off Facebook until this crew decided to fire up the lifeboat page. This boat has changed my mind in so many ways and for the better. I really appreciate that, DJ Daddy. I really do. I was the same guy. I have no use for for any of that stuff. I'm not a social media guy, but it is an excellent way for people on the lifeboat to link up and start building their fives. It really is. It's a dream as far as that goes. So, all right, everyone, guess where I'm about to go right now? I mean, like right this instant. If you guessed that I would be asleep in the next 3 minutes, you're probably wrong. I'm sure I have something I need to be doing, but I'm hoping to be asleep in the next few minutes. People, I will see you this evening, hopefully rested by then. All right. For all the thoughts and prayers and people that have been reaching out to me and being concerned about my health, I really appreciate it from each and every one of you. I really do. It means a lot to me. All right. This right here. That is a cat in the basket. And a fat one. She's gotten very, very large. Can't even pick it up anymore. All righty, peeps. We will see you this evening. I'm Captain Tommy Scoville, and I am tired. God bless. I'll tell you what.